All right, life advice real quick. Life advice. I advise you to think. I advise you niggas to start thinking. Now you probably looking at me funny or something. Nigga, everybody think. What the fuck? No, I mean like start thinking as in make it a hobby, a practice. Just like you be on the TV. You be on that hoe for hours. You feel me? Why do you need to make that shit a hobby? Or you need to think and visualize really. Well, visualization, like visualizing, imagining something in your head, picture something in your head, whatever, is basically thinking, but it's like a specific type of thinking. You feel me? Because you could be thinking without no pictures in your head. So that's why like they separate it. You feel me? Like it has its own name, visualization. But yeah, why you need to think and visualize? Why else? To get smarter, to have the advantage, to be ahead of niggas, to be 10 years ahead of niggas. It could be for many reasons actually, peace of mind, clarity, and all that. But we ain't gonna focus on all that right now. And plus, I might make a part 2 to this video. So tap in, stay tuned, and sub, cause you don't want to miss out on this shit, man. There's some. But anyways, okay, this is gonna be a little hard to explain. So bear with me, bear with your boy. But like, first of all, you need to like exercise. You gotta work out your motherfucking mind. You feel me? You always gotta work out your mind. You need to get. It's not like you think, cause most niggas out here just think for what they need to think. I gotta think about this and that for this and that. You feel me? So they think. But normally, most people wouldn't think. This is why niggas can't think for themselves. This is why most niggas be gullible. You feel me? Cause motherfuckers don't know how to think. You really gotta take out your time to think. You gonna find out all these shit. You gonna be like, oh, I could do it. Like, you gonna start to believe in yourself and all that. But this like my number one reason why I really think you need to be out here thinking. Because it's who you are. It's like what you think is who you are. Alright, for example, if you think you're ugly, then you're ugly. What do I mean by that? Okay, the only reason you think you're ugly, people think you're ugly, or whatever's ugly about you is because you literally think you're ugly. Now you probably like, nigga, I never think I'm ugly. I'll never think that. And some people can actually agree because they know they do this and they'll admit to it. But other people will be like, I will never do that. But you have to understand, you're not consciously doing it. You're not doing it with this mind, your decision making mind or whatever. You're not choosing to do it. You feel me? It's not your will. It kind of is your will, but it's not your will. But we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that later. It's on the unconscious level. I made a video about this, but it's on the unconscious level. You're thinking that thought in the unconscious level. Your conscious mind is like 5% of your mind. Okay, let's imagine your mind, your whole mind, the whole bitch, the whole thing. Not a piece missing, the whole puzzle. You got 2 parts to this. Not how you be seeing left brain and right brain. Well, it kind of could be there too, but I don't know too much about that. But you got 2 parts to it. You have your conscious mind, you have your unconscious. You can just look this up. Look it up on Google Images. The unconscious mind versus the conscious mind. Subconscious versus conscious, whatever. And you're gonna see like a picture, like an iceberg. It's gonna show you 5% of it. That's like top of the iceberg. It's like what shows on top. It's like nothing. It's like 5% of it, like small. Conscious mind. That's you consciously choosing. You're making the decision. You actually want to. You feel me? Now that's you right there. It's the conscious mind. Then you have the bigger picture. The unconscious mind. The deeper parts of you. Deeper parts of yourself. You feel me? Now that's everything that's under the water. That's like the big part. You feel me? So you're thinking this on the unconscious level. So you don't know that you're doing it. Because it's unconscious, mentally. For example, what does it mean to be unconscious? You don't know what it means to be unconscious? Like dead. Like dead on the ground. Or sleeping. If somebody's sleeping, they're unconscious, right? They're not conscious. If you call them, unless you like shake them, wake them up, you feel me? They could be knocked out, dead, sleeping, whatever. They're unconscious. But that's unconscious physically. If I'm physically unconscious, I'm out. But shit is not only physical, nigga. Shit is mental. Shit is spiritual. Mind, body, spirit out here. But yeah, mentally, you're unconscious. So on the mental level, you're unconscious. You're unconscious of that fact. Okay, so why are you thinking this to yourself in the first place? Okay, so I'm unconsciously not knowing, thinking I'm ugly and this and that. Why are you unconsciously thinking this? Okay, because of how you was brought up, your life, like your upcoming, your upbringing, whatever, how they brought you up. Okay, in other words, what you thought when you was younger. What you thought when you was younger. Everything that you thought when you was younger, fucking tree. Everything that you thought when you was younger became true a few years later after you kept on repeating it. You feel me? So that's another reason why you need to think, because it's always going to manifest. And the higher you are with your life, the faster it manifests. But we're going to get into that. The law of attraction and stuff. But yeah, what you thought in your younger years, now you probably like, nigga, I was a baby. Like, what was I thinking when I came out the womb? I mean, even babies think too, as long as you're living, you're thinking. But of course, not like what babies think. It's like, it's the five senses. Think of it like the five senses. Everything. Is it open? I thought this shit was open. Everything that you've seen, smelled, tasted, heard, whatever, the moment, like the second you came out the womb, until it got into you. You feel me? Like, I felt this, it's in my mind. You feel me? Like, I see this, you see something, now it's in your mind. At first, you didn't know what it looked like. Then you seen it, now you know what it looks like. So if you turn back, if you turn away from it, you're not physically looking at it, it's still gonna be in your mind. You're gonna know what it looks like. You feel me? So but that's the scene though. Just like how it's like that with the scene, it gets into your mind. That's how it is with the all other five senses. You feel me? So as kid, you wasn't thinking this, but being around your family that was anything negative. I'm not trying to say you had a negative family or whatnot, right? But we all have problems. It's not just all positivity. Like, any negative thing you heard, felt, was there any fights, or even jokes? Because you know how you be making a joke, it might be a negative joke, like it might not be nice, but it's just a joke, right? It's just a joke? No. Nigga, shit ain't no joke out here. I'm not trying to tell you don't make jokes, but like, when you, like, let's say you think of a joke, right? Your mind takes it seriously. This is why sometimes when like some people make a joke to you, but when like somebody makes a joke to you, they tell you a joke, to everybody it's a joke, we all laughing, but you might be hurting on the inside. I mean, to be honest, you're all actually hurting from the inside. You're just like hiding it because it's a joke and all that, which I'm gonna get into. But anyways, but yeah, it mostly be hurting inside because your mind is taking it as truth. It's not just a joke. So all them jokes, everything. So as a baby, it's like everything you felt, seen, everything you use your five senses for. And of course, when I say you, it's not like the baby is making the decision to use the five senses. Nigga, you live in this physical world, this physical body is gonna happen. Anything happening on the TV, anything somebody might have said outside, you feel me? Anything like the family is doing, Literally anything. An accident, this and that. Like, okay, you get that shit. You get that shit, right? All them thoughts pile up. Now your ass starts to get a little older and older, and now your ass gonna start to experience as a baby. You feel me? And then your ass gonna get to the point where it's like, you start going to school and niggas start to punish you. You feel me? So not only niggas making jokes, making all negative jokes and shit, but like niggas start to come at your ass and start to punish you. Okay, what do I mean by this? Okay, as a baby, you have to experience shit and be understood. Which means if you're crying and crying and crying, it's like for a reason, right? Then you gotta feed the baby, then you feel me? It's obvious why a baby will be crying, but let's say if a baby crying for no reason, it doesn't have to be like a baby, it could be like a toddler, and it's like for no reason at all, but of course it's for a reason. It wouldn't just be crying for no reason. You'll probably just be like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut your little ass up. You feel me? Because it's not like just for no reason, or anything the child does, like get in trouble in school, or just anything that you'll punish. And the punish doesn't mean they had to beat your ass. Shit, niggas had to beat my ass. With anything, niggas. Find anything. Like, find a book. If I can't find no books. Kill him. Yo, hit him. But yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. All that negative experience shit you go through when you was younger all builds into thoughts. And all that gets unconscious. Because like when you're young, when you're that much of a toddler and young, you don't really, you're like a baby. You feel me? You're not really that conscious. Obviously, you're young. You don't really have that much of a consciousness or free will or decision-making mind. It's like this. Your conscious mind is not fully developed. It's not like fully developed yet and shit like that. You feel me? So it's like these thoughts get into you. You don't have the say so. You have no say. I mean, it's like that with all children. You feel me? Nigga, you have to go to school. You gotta do this. You have no say. But when it comes to the thought, when you're that much of a young child or whatever, it's like you don't have much of a say. You feel me? So it's like shit gets into you. And you're forced to until you get to like a certain age. I think it's after 7. After 7, that's when you start to become like more reasonable, more logic. That's when you start to like use your conscious mind more. But the first 7 years, the most important years. Because whatever gets into your mind the first 7 years creates that blueprint for who you is for the rest of your life. Unless you change that shit. Because you could always change your mind. But anyway, so like the first 7 years, you had no say. So if you grow up fucking in the hood or poor country, or we all know how we grow up, whatever, cheese. Which means if you grew up in a rich family and you had it all good, health and wealth for 7 years, that means your ass gonna be getting millions by 12, 13. Your parents doesn't have to give it to you. I mean, when you're younger, your parents gonna be giving you money. But like, let's say you reach like 15, right? Your parents don't want you in the house because you're too bad or you're too dangerous or something wrong with you. Like 18, older, right? And your parents just kick you out the crib, right? And of course, you're gonna have mad money because you're rich and shit. But let's say now you plan on your parents. You're trying to get revenge. I'm gonna revenge on these niggas. So what I'm gonna do? It's all about money, right? Because my life is all about money, right? So what you gonna do? I'm trying to get richer. I'm trying to surpass my dad. Try to get richer than my dad, so that nigga could respect me. Now it's gonna be easy as fuck for that nigga. He's not gonna have to like struggle for it. You feel me? It's gonna be ODE. He's just gonna go out there. He's first gonna think about it. Obviously, I want this much money, and nothing's gonna stop me. But it's not hard because it's not a fear, because he's not facing his fears. He's not facing his fears. He's not facing his demons. You feel me? It's not a struggle. It's not outside his comfort zone. That's all he knows. That's all the nigga experienced the moment he came out the womb. You feel me? So it's like really easy to him. So he's gonna get billions of, you feel me? Instantly, because that's who he is for 7 years. I guess you could say he got lucky. I wouldn't say he got, I mean, you could say that a lot of everybody, almost everybody watching this video is gonna be like, oh, lucky. But if you really know, that shit could also be a trap too. Cause it's not all that easy, nigga. Shit ain't sweet. Nigga, life hits. Life hits, nigga. When that shit hit, you hit harder. You hard body, right? But anyways, the first 7 years is gonna create the person. So this is why people are homeless. This is why people have this. This is why people are the way they are. Obviously. Actually, this is not even obvious. Obviously, like this is not obvious. This is a cult. We enter the occult. But anyways, enough on that. I'm gonna make a part 2 on this. But you can always change your mind. Okay, how about this, right? Since the first 7 years did all that shit to you, take another 7 years and redo it. Get out your negative environment condition. Start anew, start fresh. Go to a new town and try your best to start fresh. And that's when you get into self-improvement and healing and shit. And spiritual and all that. All that. The spirit too. So yeah, take another 7 years, the next 7 years, and redo it. Now you're probably looking at me funny. But you're not gonna do that shit, right? You're not gonna do that shit. Nigga, you want that shit instantly. You want that shit in 2.5, right? Your ass over here thinking shit comes in 2.5. But anyways, man. So when you're thinking, since I said this is why you need to be thinking and shit. So when you're thinking, it literally creates the person. And of course, there's steps to this. Like what I'm telling you right now, like I didn't fully answer the question. The question is not fully answered. This is why I said I'm gonna make a part 2, because I ain't fully answer that shit. You should not fully answer. It's not something you could just. I mean, it is something you can answer in one video, because the video could only be so long. But it's hard for me personally to answer it. You feel me? So it's gonna have to like take me some time to like come out with part 2 with some more info. Because what I'm telling you right now is only 0.00.1% of that shit. Like small amount. So yeah, I'm gonna come out with part 2 with some more knowledge on this shit. But for now, this all y'all get. Plus I gotta dip anyway. I'm out, my nigga.